Take the toilet out and everything else is on the floor. And what I do is I turn the water supply off, flush it, hold the flapper up, get all that water out. And we're still going to leak water. Disconnect the supply line to the bottom of the toilet. Now I'm going to get wrenches, take those bolts off. If I have to, I'll cut them. And I'll get an old rag, put it inside the tub, towel or something, and I'll put the toilet in here, rock it back and forth, and get the water out of it. If I try to carry it, very high odds that the water is inside the trap of this. Can you zoom in here? Come over here with me. The water will stay inside the trap here, and it will come out as I'm carrying it. So if I put it here on a rag, I can rock it back and forth, knock all the water out, and then whenever I put it back in, no problems. Next, whenever I get to the toilet, I'll be taking off the door because that will end up in my way. So we'll get with you when we're what the next step is. Now we've got the toilet out. One of the things I forgot to mention is you need to block off the flange because you'll end up with getting sewer gases. Because that's your vent now. It's the lowest point. So every time the water moves, the sewer gas come up. So the next one I'll be doing is pulling up the vents, door stop, the screws that hold the cover around the fill valve, and the supply line. And then I'll be pulling off the trim, getting rid of the spray foam. And then when I get that done, I'll get with you. So now, before I cut the linoleum and cut my knuckles, I'm going to take a hammer, drive all these brad nails, and just literally move that hammer along sideways like that to find them. problem has been, this has been leaking down here and it caused it to go bad around there. Somehow they decided a piece of plastic would fix things, but it didn't. So that's what caused our issue, and that's what we're going to fix. See you in a bit. What I should have been having you along with me all the way, and I didn't. But what I did was I fastened two 2x on the side of the 2x that were already here. Then I put 2 on the edge, fastened them to hold them, and then fastened the screws into them here. And then I added 2 more here. Of course, along the way, I reached down there to get some wood, and I scratched myself on a screw. There are screws on the bottom of this toilet flange. And so whenever that is all rotted, you're not going to be able to get them out all the time. So what you can do is take a hammer and take that screw out, lifting it up with a hammer. And then you end up with rusty looking things like that. But these might actually function. You don't have to use those screws. You can use drywall screws. You don't have to hit those holes. You can hit over here on the edges if this area gets broken bad. If the flange is busted, you can get a metal plate to go over it. If you're doing ceramic tile, you can get a toilet flange extension which will build it up. So you can match your ceramic tile and hardy board and all that. However much you use, you can put that many extensions on it. So that's just a few things on toilet flange that I'll share with you. This is almost, what you cut the hole is at 5 inches, 5 1/4. Find your centers, and then go 2 5/8, which is 5 1/4, and then you have your plywood you can cut. We'll have the plywood cut. It'll be here shortly. We'll take you around when we do that. You will be able to see it also. All right, so you notice we tried to break it where the studs are here. By the way, that's way better than they had from the factory. It's just sitting out there on particle board. Let's see if we can get it in here without cutting it more. I think we may have to cut this out some more, Byron.
Yeah.
Maybe, we'll see.
Be able to cut more out, have to try to add now.
It looks like it'll work. We may have to cut this side a little bit. Or not.
Good.
There you go. And now we're going to mix some floor leveler and seal all this up after we caulk the holes so they don't lose all the floor leveler. And screw this all up. It's just like that. Well, we've found another bathroom to work on. Toilet supply line was leaking, and it was very obvious. You could see the stain, and it caused the toilet to lean, so they thought it was the toilet. It was actually the supply line. And we've cut it all out and put in 2x. We're fixing to put in plywood. And I guess you can see what we've done. And very shortly we'll have plywood on it, and we'll have stain on it, and we'll start putting flooring in.